What's up, everyone? It's your boy Richard Wong, aka RW, back with another plugin video. And today we're gonna take a look at a new plugin from Kia. That's right, the car company, called Movement. It's an instrument plugin, it's a synth, and it's absolutely free. Link is down in the description if you guys want to download it. But today I'm gonna take a look at it. I have not used it yet, so this is gonna be my first impressions, my first everything with this plugin. So first we're gonna make a beat with it, and then I'm gonna break down the beat. I'm gonna give my final thoughts on the plugin. Let's get to it. But before we get started, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know exactly what you think, subscribe for more videos. Let's get to it. All right, so this is the beat. I actually spent more time on it than I thought I would, to be honest. I added a little textures here and there. So I actually made this beat at 120 BPM. It's the BPM that they state on the website is like the optimal BPM because that's the BPM of an average heartbeat. So I decided to, you know what? I'll leave it at 120. That's also why, if you guys didn't know, most DAWs, their default settings are 120 BPM. But let's get to it. Now, obviously, it is a mono synth. So what I did was, as you see here, let me pull up the plugin first. So this is the plugin itself. But like I was saying, it's a mono synth, which means you can only play one note at a time. So you can't play chords on it because it can only play one. There's no polyphony. That's why there's like polyphonic synths. But this is mono. For example, if I click two notes, it's only gonna play one of the notes. So in order for me to get around that, I created, as you see, there's five, but this is the top layer. But I created pretty much 4 instances of movement, and each one will have a different note. All right, so let's pull that up. And this is using the Wind Marimba preset. I'll go into everything after I break down the beat. But essentially, I did this. And I created these chords. And obviously, this is all the piano rolls combined. If you go to each individual one, only one note. So I created these chords, this chord progression. It sounds like this. I do have effects on it, so let me turn them off. Okay, and then I put these effects on it. As you can hear, there's background noise. Every preset in Kia Movement has like these background texture noises, depending on which one you choose. We'll dive into that soon. So I cut that out, well, most of it with the EQ, and then I used the EC300, which is a free delay plugin. I actually made a video about it. I'll make it a little pop up here if you guys want to check it out. I'm just really liking this delay. I went to it because I knew exactly what I was looking for. And I knew that this could give me that sound. Valhalla, just on the default, I just changed its dirty plate, turn the mix down, mess with the EQs, and then a shaper box to create movement. You know, just to give it that side chain feel. So it ends up sounding like this. You know, way more R&B like. I really don't know why I went the R&B route. I was just feeling R&B today or something like that. I really don't know. It just happened to be like that. I also added this top layer that I got rid of, but I'll play it for you guys. So I ended up not using that. So what I did was I bounced these out together into this right here, these chords. And then I printed them with the same effects into these chords. I could have easily skipped this step, but I just wanted to see, you know, what I could do with that. So I ended up with this right here. But obviously there's cuts here. I'll explain why I did that in a little bit. So next I added the drums, went straight to the drums after this. And I used cryptic nature noise. I just thought it was fitting because the key of movement's all about like nature sounds and stuff like that. Great drum kit. One of my favorites actually. I've been using it a lot lately. And it sounds like this. Yep. So yeah, I actually don't even know why I'm breaking this down with the drums, because it's not from the synth. The next sound is from movement again. This is the raindrop preset. It's just a little, just to add this little texture, this little ARP. I have an EQ on it and the same reverb as the one from the chords. Looking back, I probably could have put some delay on it just to give it more character, and to give it more, you know, everything. All right, so next I added a bass. It's the Thunder acoustic bass. This is what it sounds like with no effects. Honestly sounds decent, but I added this EQ just to cut out the highs. This Pultec from Analog Obsession, free plugin by the way. I do have other Pultec plugins, but I do really like this one, so I went with that. And then I added Decapitator on the dark fat preset, pulled up the dry wet a little bit, and I think that's the only thing I adjusted on this, just the dry wet, just to give it some more character. And this is what it ends up sounding like. Let's give it more thickness. All together sounds like this. As you can hear, I have this cut out so that this ARP can shine on its own, you know, get a little give and take. Because if you listen to over here, the delay is still playing, and that's the main reason why I bounced it out into audio, so I could get rid of that. I didn't feel like automating the delay. This is just easier this way. So that's why I have these cut out, just to give space for this little, you know, little ARP. So moving on to the second section right here, I recorded a vocal on top of it. It's my own vocal. It sounds like this without the effects. I'm gonna leave the auto tune on though. Oops. Oh, also I pitched it up one octave. That's important. Now obviously it keeps going, but it gets cut off by this. But then I added these effects. I put an EQ, get rid of the lows, VC2A, just to, you know, smooth it out a little bit. Little altar boy. Put the format down 5. Put the drive up a little bit. Valhalla, I think it's the same one. No, this is a concert hall. This is its own thing. Pro Q, bandpass narrow, I'm guessing. Yup, bandpass narrow. I don't know why I say I'm guessing. I literally made this beat like 5 minutes ago. And then soothe, just because there's a little bit, you know, too much harshness. And then I do have a ozone imager, but I turned it off. It sounds like this. And then all together. All right, so let's take a dive into the key of movement plugin. I'm gonna start a new instance of it. Here it is. It is, again, like I said, mono synth. so you can only play one sound at once. So you can actually click if you really wanted to. But pretty much as you can see, there's only one voice here. But it has this right here. Now you can change the texture in the background of the sounds. So now you got some birds. So see like more of a beach sound, some waves, some wind, geyser, just like a, you know, and then forest, just water, thunder, night. You know, you get the gist of it. Even though I already clicked them all. All right, so the presets, let's go through a couple. Pretty much each of them have their own sampler texture. You see the birds they're gonna have the birds. The forest is gonna have the forest, but of course you can change it to whatever the hell you want. So let's go through a couple presets. I'm just gonna play a little bit. Something I really don't like about this plugin is that I had to go and click it every time. I can't just click like an arrow to move to the next one. That's just a really cool sound. The thing about this plugin is that a lot of the sounds have a lot of potential, right? And it being a mono synth really holds it back. But of course, it is a free plugin from a car company, so you can't really expect too much. But the sounds themselves, they don't sound bad at all. Like, that sounds dope. Like, these sounds are legit. Let's go through one of each. I keep saying these sounds are good. These are good sounds. These are dope sounds, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. So, but obviously, as you saw before, just for me to get some chords, I had to make 4 different things, you know. But I could definitely see this used more for like texture stuff, or just to add a little bit like of like texture. I guess they'll add a little bit of texture here and there. That's like the one thing I could see this actually being used for. Of course, I can't reiterate this enough. It's a free plugin from a car company, so you really can't expect this to be like Omnisphere or like anything from Arturia or anything like that, you know. But I do like the concept. It's actually very interesting. All these nature sounds. You know, a lot of people like to drag in texture files for like ambiance and background noise, stuff like that, to add to their sounds, to add to their beats and add to their samples. But this, you already have it. And what's cool is you can just leave it playing, honestly. Like, I'm not even playing anything. There's just birds chirping. So you can just use this just to, you know, put out some textures. So you can just record it to audio, you know, and just have it going. So that's pretty cool. That's another use for it. I might actually use this for that purpose. I was going into this thinking I'm going to download this and then delete it after the video. But it's actually decent for something that's free. But of course, like, for the people who just want to be able to go through, get some presets and make some beats, this is not for you. Definitely not. This is more for someone who just wants to play around, maybe experiment a little bit. That's what I would say this plugin is for. That's gonna be it for this one. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, whether you have it or not. You know, if you do have it, your experience with it. If not, like your impressions from watching this video, that'd be cool too. I'd say check it out. It's free. You really can't go wrong with downloading something that's free, unless you really don't want to like take up space. I'm not sure how much space this takes up, but I can't imagine it being a lot. It's a mono synth, so that's the only con I'd say. Very interesting concept, but yeah, links gonna be down in the description. As always, if there's any requests or plugins, let me know. If I have the plugin, I'll definitely go through it. If not, I'll look into it. If there's a demo, I'll definitely download it. If it's something that I see myself using, maybe I'll just buy it. You know, I am addicted to plugins. So before we leave, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know exactly what you think. Subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time. Peace.